Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law Podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Carolee Fontanelli, and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Scalable Law Podcast. I am so glad that you are here. Today I'm preparing a masterclass for those that are in the Scalable Business Lounge, and the masterclass is about how to market your law firm really effectively for free and all of the things that you can be doing. And it got me thinking, because one of the items inside that masterclass, or one of the free things that you can do, is content marketing. And it got me thinking to dive deep into what content marketing is for law firms and how it can benefit law firms and how to most effectively create content that actually attracts clients into your law firm. Because I know that so many law firm owners that I speak to, they are relying on a handful of referrals, and it really isn't enough to get the business really ramping up. Very rarely do I speak to law firms that are doing, more than say $100,000 or $200,000 a year, if they're only relying on referrals. So this is the thing. If you want to up your business and you want to really get your name out there and build authority, you need to be doing more than relying on a handful of referrals. And I was just speaking to a lawyer who is based in the US, and he said, my business just isn't quite going as well as I wanted. I'm just relying on word of mouth, and everyone has told me I should rely on word of mouth. This is the thing. Word of mouth is not a true thing. People that do really well in their businesses, they spruik to the world, here I am, this is what I do, these are the problems that I solve. And if you just sit quietly in your office and you don't have a digital online presence and you really are just relying on word of mouth, your business is going to struggle. It's not to say that you can't and won't get word of mouth clients, because you absolutely will, but you're not going to be able to necessarily grow your law firm to where you want it to go relying on word of mouth. But the awesome thing is there's so much opportunity out there, and we live in an age where we can rely on things like digital, and it's free, which is so amazing, or it's mostly free. And now we've got amazing tools like ChatGPT. It just makes life so much easier. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about content marketing that is highly effective for law firms. But first, let's talk about why content marketing is, and then let's talk about what content marketing entails. So there are lots of reasons that content marketing is highly effective for law firms. The first reason is that it builds trust and authority. If you provide valuable and relevant content that lands on the ears of your ideal client, so you talk about the problems that you solve, not how you solve them, but the problems that you solve, and fill people with confidence that you can solve those problems, you can really establish yourself as a thought leader and an expert in your legal field. Now, building trust and authority is so important. Think about yourself as a customer. When you want to engage any kind of service, you want to engage someone that you trust, right? And that has authority and that you view as an expert. You find them knowledgeable, they know what they're talking about. You're not going to engage someone who doesn't do that. So unless they have been referred to you, how else are you going to know that? And so that's why it's so important that you are putting content out there. The second reason that content marketing is really important is that if you do it right, which we'll get to, it can really help improve your SEO. Publishing regular quality content can really help your website become to the forefront of Google and really help in those search engine rankings. This makes it so much easier for potential clients to find your firm when you are ranking on the front page. If you're ranking on page 2 or 3, honestly, there's not very many times, again, think of yourself as a client. Are you searching on page 2, 3, or 10? Probably not. So you are the same as all other people looking for services. So think about that in terms of you want your website as much as possible to be as visible as possible, and creating content that improves your SEO is highly, highly valuable. Number 3, content educates potential clients, and it can really help potential clients make a decision to engage in a lawyer for their legal matter. It helps them to understand processes and what their rights are, and helps them to understand that they actually need you and your firm to really help them to get to the point that they can resolve whatever their legal matter is. So it is important to get your content out there for that reason as well. And you can help encourage your clients by inserting and creating lots of call to actions within your content. Content marketing, of course, generates leads. So it's really important that we get as many leads as we possibly can, but quality leads as well, to your website so that you can start converting clients. The more the phone is ringing, the better opportunities you have got, or the more opportunities you have got to convert those people into potential clients. Now, the 4th reason that content marketing is really important for law firms is we want you to stand out from your competitors. In all of our areas of law, all of our practice areas, there is lots of competition. And the competition's nearly getting stronger and stronger, because you're not just now competing with someone down the street. You're also competing with whoever's competing with you on the front page of Google, and they could be anywhere in the country. So you need to stand out, and you need to be different. You need to showcase your unique expertise. You can share success stories and testimonials, and just understand it is a crowded market. So we have to do what we can to stand out in that crowded market. The 6th reason that content marketing is so important for your law firm is it helps you to build relationships. Now, these relationships can be built online, but they can also then move across into real life when you're out at events and so forth. So it is really important to get yourself out in the digital world, and then it can also help build those relationships and help spark conversations, etc. when you're at networking events. Makes life a whole lot easier. Okay, moving on to the 7th reason that content marketing is so important for your law firm, and that is because it also supports your social media strategy. So content marketing provides valuable material for your social media channels. What we do in my firm is we create content every single week, but then we also share it on all of our channels as well. So it creates engaging content for LinkedIn, for Instagram, and for Facebook. Those are the 3 that we are on. And it helps us to expand our firm's reach and connect with that broader audience. The 8th reason that content marketing is effective and amazing for your law firm is because it is cost effective. It doesn't cost anything except a bit of your time to create effective content marketing, compared to things like Google ads or Facebook ads or anything that's, out in the real world, like radio advertising or maybe banners or signage or anything like that. It is highly effective and it's very cost effective as well. So the return on investment, if you're doing it right and attracting clients organically through content marketing, it is really, really valuable. Now, the 9th reason that content marketing works for law firms is I am a big believer that you shouldn't be putting all your eggs in one basket as a marketer for your law firm. So don't rely on just the one source or the 2 sources. There's many things that you can be doing, And it's important that you are doing all of those things and that you're doing them consistently. So in my firm, we have a really strong content marketing strategy, but we're also doing social media and we're also doing paid ads. And we're also, at times we've done other forms of advertising as well. We're also doing referral marketing. So there's a massive benefit in making sure that you are spreading your firm's message across all of these different areas, including your content marketing. Now, let's talk about what content marketing is and what content marketing isn't. Now, this is a really important message for you very technical, amazing lawyers out there. It is not the place to be technical in your content marketing. Let me say it again. It is not the right place within your content marketing to be a technical lawyer. Now, I know that can go against the grain. It can go against your perfectionism. It can go against all of that. But the reality is that you've got to remember why you are creating this content. You are not creating this content for scholars to read. You are not creating content to impress other lawyers or other law firm owners. You're creating this content for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to attract your ideal client and or attract ideal referrers to refer you ideal clients. So it's all about getting leads in the door, and we have to keep that in mind when we are creating content. So remember that the purpose is to attract clients, and if you are overly technical, you are not going to attract clients with your content. So we have to keep it a lot more simple than that. So basically what content marketing is it's not you being a lawyer in that moment. It is you marketing your law firm. So it's a really like switching your brain over. Now, what it is it's content that appeals to your ideal reader or listener or viewer. And that ideal person is someone who's going to engage your services. So what is the reason that they would engage your services? They would engage your services because they are filled with confidence that you can solve their problem. So what your content marketing needs to be is it needs to be content that shows that you can relate to your client's problems and that you can solve their problems. It's really that straightforward. So think about yourself as a client, and let's say you needed someone to audit your trust account. And let's say you didn't know of anyone and you didn't know who to ask. So you Googled it. Now, you would click on relevant content, whether it was pages or blog articles, that showed you that they had expertise in the area of trust account auditing for law firms. And you would read whatever it was in their dot points or however it was. Now, they're not going to tell you, and neither do we actually care, how they do the audit, right? The ins and outs of the audit, the technical details of the audit. All you want to know is that it can be done, that it's compliant, that it's going to be cost effective, and that they're going to get it done in a hurry because you've left it to the last minute or whatever it might be. So you get my point that as a client, we just want our problems solved. We don't want to know all the ins and outs of it. Well, I certainly don't when it comes to a trust account audit, nor do I want to know all the ins and outs of lots of other services I get done. I just want it done. I want it done without any hassle. I want it done without any problem. And I want it to be done right in the first place for the one cost, right? So if we can show our clients that same kind of thing, that we know what to do, we understand their problems in detail, we can explain their problems better than they can explain them themselves, because all they know is that they're in a mess, or they need relief of something, or, whatever it might be. And we just need to show them that. So when it comes to content marketing, what actually is it? Well, where I would start with my content marketing is I would start by writing an article on a topic every single week about the problems that you solve. So to get started with this, I'd brainstorm, and this is where you can use ChatGPT. Hop on ChatGPT and really start focusing in on some of the legal problems that you solve, and ask ChatGPT to help you write a list of all the common questions or myths or issues that people are Googling and researching, so that you can then write yourself out an incredible strategy to create a new article every single week around those topics. I would plan a day of the week that this content is released as well, and schedule it in your calendar like it's a really important appointment or meeting, because it is. And over time, as you start releasing the content with that consistency, you will start seeing really, really great results. So that's where I would start. Now, where do you actually post all of this content, and what do you do with all of this content? Well, there are so many things that you can do with content marketing. So it starts with that one article. So start there and create that every single week. Now, that one article can be turned into a blog or a page for regularly posting on your website. It can be turned into educational articles and guides. It can be turned into case studies or success stories that you can release. It could also be turned into an ebook or white papers. You can turn it into newsletters every single week. We do this in our firm. So we do our article, it goes into a blog, it then becomes a newsletter. You can also post it on social media, which is what we do as well. So you can share the blog, or you can extract small pieces of content from the larger article. You can create videos out of it, or even webinars. And you can also create podcasts. So that's something else that we do in our firm. We create podcasts, which become articles as well. And then, of course, we share them on all the platforms. You can also create infographics that really simplify legal information for your potential clients. And from there, as you can see, you've created a massive amount of content over several different platforms on a regular basis. So imagine if you've done this for a whole year, that would mean that you have 52 articles and you are becoming that expert in your niche. And of course, if you are becoming an expert in your niche, you will absolutely start getting work flowing through the door. So that's the one thing that you can do, which is really going to help your law firm. And it's going to help your authority. It's going to help your brand. It's going to help bring you clients. It's going to bring you more confidence as you do it as well. Because I know one of the things that law firm owners really struggle with is the confidence to actually implement this kind of strategy. So if you want help with this strategy, and if you want help with all of your marketing, because obviously this is only touched on one tiny little thing that we can be doing every single week. That is what I help people in the Scalable Business Lounge do. I help you get lots of clients. Oh, actually, I would love to read you something amazing that I got sent this week. This is from a client who emailed me. Thank you, she said. Hi, Carolee. My assistant has just finalized financial year end 24. And not only have I hit my target, I have more than doubled my revenue and doubled my profit since the end of financial year 2023. The only real change to my business has been Scalable Law. I truly have incorporated everything I've learned into my business. At this stage of my life, I am juggling toddlers, but I have been able to hone my vision, create my niche, understand my data, and automate my firm. And it has been truly life-changing. I have a little team I can rely upon and the strength to continue even on the hard days. I am making my business work for me, and I am truly thankful. Well, that is just so amazing. She ended by saying, so thank you times 10,000. This is why I do what I do in Scalable Law. I love helping law firm owners who are motivated and excited and who really want to do amazing things like serve more clients, impact the world positively, and double their revenue doing it. So I'm so excited that this particular client has doubled her revenue in only 1 year, all while maintaining at-home life, juggling toddlers, etc. It's absolutely so awesome. So thank you so much for that email. And I really hope that I can help more people. So if you would love to talk to me about scaling your law firm, I would absolutely love to have a call with you. You can hop on over to scalablelaw.com and you can book a call, and it's free. And we'll talk about your law firm and how we can implement some strategies to grow it. Well, I'm looking forward to tuning in with you again next week. I hope that you are on fire, and we will see you then. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Scalable Law Podcast, brought to you by the Scalable Business Lounge. If you would love to know how you can get more clients without relying on referrals, head over to scalablelaw.com to watch my free masterclass. Until next time, you have got this.